Today we're going to be trying something a little bit different. We were going to do some chocolate chip cookies, but we didn't have all the ingredients. So today we've got some flour, sugar, butter, an egg, and some chocolate spread. Most of the recipes that we've found say to bake these cookies for 10 to 12 minutes. All you need to do is make sure they're just about firm enough around the edges.
So we've made our cookies, now we're going to give a taste test. We'll try.
The aim of this project was to unwrap the mummy bandage by bandage. X-rays were taken and put up in the room the unwrapping was to take place in. Each item removed was individually numbered, and the bandages were tagged each time they went around the mummy using a sequence of coloured cottons on the labels. 2 layers of wrappings have now been removed and revealed that each limb of the body was wrapped individually prior to being wrapped as a whole. Within the removed layers were various bits of material used as packing to smooth the shape of the body and achieve the mummy shape.
Rusty Builds a Roundhouse, written by Ken Young and illustrated by Sam Potter. Splish, splash, kerplop. Rusty woke with a start. Rain was dripping on his head. "That's it," grumbled Elena and Bran's father. "Tomorrow we build a new roundhouse, one that doesn't leak." Dad, can I help?" said Bran. "And me and Rusty," said Elena. "We will see in the morning," said Dad. "Now go to sleep."
If you lived in the Victorian era and didn't have much money, then you would have tried hard not to waste anything, and this included clothing and fabric. Every bit of scrap fabric, rags and old clothes could be reused to make what we call a rag rug, also sometimes called a hooky or proddy rug. In this video you can see the basic technique used to create a simple rag rug. You attach your fabric strips to your base by poking them through with a proddy. This proddy is made from a wooden branch that has been cut to a blunt point at one end, but you can use anything that is similarly pointy. Strips can also be hooked through using a latch hook tool or a crochet hook in a similar way.
So, we've come here today to Wilbury Camp Iron Age Hill Fort, and I'm stood here on the eastern ramparts, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. The largest of the banks behind me, you can see today looks like tumbled stone. But in the Iron Age, there would have been stone walls, 15 to 20 feet high, really quite imposing if you were trying to attack this hill fort. Now, the hill fort was subject to further excavations in the 1880s by Charles W. Diamond and Henry Tompkins. They re-excavated some of these pits, but unfortunately found nothing significant. Charles Diamond undertook a survey of the whole hill fort, and he drew his plan, which became the first detailed study of a hill fort in England.
For regular fans of the museum, you will know that every year we host Professor Paul Wheeler and his Punch and Judy show. Now, this year has been a little bit different than most, but that's okay because the show will go on.
Oh, Mr. Punch never told me that we had an audience watching us on the big screen today. Hello everybody, hope you're doing very, very well in these conditions.
So James, Duke of Monmouth, with some few troops, a chap called Argyle, Lord Argyle, and his friend Lord Grey, decided they would try and mount a rebellion against the James II. So they managed to raised money by pawning a lot of his girlfriend's jewellery and pawned all his girlfriend's jewellery so that he'd have enough money to actually go. And he landed in Lyme Regis. And one of the reasons why he landed in Lyme Regis was parts of the West Country were particularly supportive on the Protestant religion, and they were willing to fight for their beliefs.
Think about what you throw away today. Which objects are likely to decompose first, and which objects might survive?
But what do the things that we are discarding into the ground in the present day say about us? Do most of these things rot away, or do they stay the same for hundreds of years, hanging around in landfill or causing problems in the oceans? This week we'll be setting you some challenges to explore both common archaeological finds and also to think about the things we throw away today, what they are made of, and how we can reduce the negative impact our waste is having on the planet.
It's a really good collection, 30 paintings in all, and it links the Smiths of Ashton Court with the Pigots of Brockley Court and Weston Manor, and also with the Provers family and the Waddams. So it's those four families, but mainly known to us as the Smiths and the Pigots, or the Smith Pigots. But the one I've left to last is our best. This is the work of Thomas Gainsborough. We've certainly got two genuine Gainsboroughs in Western Museum. We've got one copy, so let's say we've got three, but two are without any dispute.
'Twas the week before Christmas. The museum was closed. The galleries were empty, the courtyard exposed. But the learning space sparkled, decorations all done. For the party tomorrow, 40 children. What fun. As the evening wore on and the gifts were restacked, the party was saved, reputation intact. The children would come in the morning and play, not seeing the people who'd rescued their day. Our poem is over, but one thing is true. Our work wouldn't work if it wasn't for you. Your passion, your time, your loyalty and flair, just some of the things that we're glad that you share. So as Christmas time looms and the museum sits empty, let's try not to dwell on the year 2020. Please all raise a glass as I bid you good night. Merry Christmas, volunteers. May your new year be bright.